But yeah, so I'm smoking the hookah. Everything's good. I'm chilling out with the homie Rectic. We're shooting the shit.
Shouts to Rectic.
Then I had 2 hours before my next shift, which is a bottle where you were. So we're drinking, and I'm already feeling good. So I'm like, oh, let's do shots. And now I'm my own worst enemy. You know, I made it through the first 4 hours. Everything's fine, but I feel like I'm feeling good, you know? So I'm like, fuck it, let's do some drinking. If we're going to smoke some hookah and chill, let's do some drinking. And then it all kind of went black. Next thing I know, I'm getting a text in the morning from Tommy, the light guy.
Oof.
And Tommy's like, yo, did you make it home alive? I'm like, yeah. He's like, did you remember wishing me happy birthday on the microphone and then forgetting my name?
Oh, my God.
I was like, happy
what a
birthday.
text to wake up to.
Happy birthday.
You're a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Listen.
You're a piece of fucking
all right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. You's a liar, I can smell it on you. Got the voice down packed, but your eyes are telling on you. Shame on you for stretching your mouth around shit that your heart knows.
All right, the kids are back, baby.
New camera.
Kid's a little pissed off. He's a little heated. He got preheated at Starbucks, but I think it's going to make for good TV.
We'll talk about it later.
I think it's going to
Let's talk about this camera. What do you guys think? You like the camera? Kind of looks like a fisheye lens, like a skateboard video.
Yeah, there's a little fisheye to it. I mean, there's options on the lens. We could get closer. We could get further. I think we need a little light.
We're going to need to dial it in a little bit over the next couple weeks, but we'll get there.
I think we need a little backlight and we're good. But the quality is higher than the webcam.
You can see my acne. That's good.
Yeah, we could see your sunburn actually from laying out.
It's called tan.
That's a sunburn that hopefully turns into a tan.
Nah, we'll be all right.
You're more of like a red guy.
Yeah, I have Irish in my roots. We're not the best tanners.
Danish, Irish,
English, anything with an ish in it, that's me.
Yeah, you're going to burn ish.
Yeah, ish. I got a pool now, so I got to take advantage, you know what I'm saying?
Kid's got a pool. Kid comes out to Texas, he's got a pool, and he's ready to vote to secede from the United States of America.
Oh, that's a big fact. You better believe your ass. If that fucking law passes, I'm fucking going.
I mean, I've been riding around with him all day, and all I'm hearing is how much he hates coronavirus. The liberals.
I'll fucking join the Texas National Guard if we secede.
The maggots.
I'll be out here. No, I am a maggot. Oh, that thing. All right, listen. We're not going to go into that. Let's go into what kind of topics do we have?
You know, I got a couple things here, but before we get into that, just tell me what's on your mind, man. Like what? You know, it's been about a week since we were last here. It's been a couple of days since I've seen you. Well, let's start with this. What do you remember from Sunday?
Well, so let's see. The last thing I remember.
Yeah, what's the last thing you remember?
I had a double shift, so I went into work at the first shift. Everything was good. I avoided doing any shots from anybody who. Because you know they love to kill you when you come guest spot.
They just want to take out the DJ.
They
want to test the DJ's limits. When you DJ at a spot for the first time, just understand that your alcohol levels are being tested.
For sure. So I'm always up for the test. You know what I'm saying? And I made it the first hour, avoiding shots. So by the second hour, it's a 4-hour shift. I'm starting to feel a little good. Third hour, I'm feeling really good. Fourth hour, I made it through. Everything was good. End of the set, no issues. I sit down. I have a hookah. At this point, I'm pretty well libated. Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
libations?
well libated. Sounds good.
I'm well libated. I ordered a hookah, which was fucking fire. They put a mint leaf in that motherfucker. It was hitting, boy. It was
hitting. Water?
No, in the hookah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it was like blueberry muffin, and they put mint leaves in it. It was fire.
I gotta say that I think the hookahs out here are killing me. Slowly.
Yeah, it's not good for you, that's for sure.
Because it's definitely just in general not good for you. But then it's like smoking. It's like a club hookah is like McDonald's.
Yeah.
If we're talking in comparison to like what club hookah is to all hookah,
Yeah.
It's McDonald's. It's what McDonald's is to all regular food.
The shisha in the club hookah probably has some GMOs.
Yeah, they don't clean the things. They don't clean the hoses. They're not doing much work. They're getting the cheapest shit that they could get. I wouldn't
Not at the place where I played, though.
What?
Not at the place where I played. It was a good hookah.
Please tell me what brings you to that conclusion, because they put a fucking mint leaf on top of the
It was
trash
delicious. It was smooth.
Was it smooth?
It was smooth, and I believe they gave me the coconut charcoal too.
All right, I just feel like most of the clubs that I'm smoking hookah at out here, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm also like with every inhale.
I will agree that when I go to a place and I order Famari and they're like, "What's Famari?" I'm like, "Oh damn,
oh boy,
this is gonna be rough." But yeah, so I'm smoking the hookah. Everything's good. I'm chilling out with the homie Rectic. We're shooting the shit.
Shouts to Rectic.
Then I had 2 hours before my next shift, which is a bottle where you were. So we're drinking, and I'm already feeling good. So I'm like, oh, let's do shots. And now I'm my own worst enemy. You know, I made it through the first 4 hours. Everything's fine, but I feel like I'm feeling good, you know? So I'm like, fuck it, let's do some drinking. If we're going to smoke some hookah and chill, let's do some drinking.
Yeah. You don't remember getting on the mic at all?
No. That comes later. So I get to bottled, and you're playing.
Yeah.
You seemed pretty angry. You were ready to get the fuck out of there. I don't know.
Was I?
I don't know if you were angry or you were just like, I'm getting out of here.
Something I stayed the whole night.
Did you stay the whole night?
Yeah,
okay.
but I was outside for most of it.
Okay, well, because I didn't remember seeing you. So then, like, I remember going like an hour or two into my 4-hour set at bottled, and then it all kind of went black. Next thing I know, I'm getting a text in the morning from Tommy, the light guy.
Oof.
And Tommy's like, yo, did you make it home alive? I'm like, yeah. He's like, did you remember wishing me happy birthday on the microphone and then forgetting my name?
Oh, my God.
I was like, happy
what a
birthday.
Text to wake up to.
Happy birthday.
You're a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Listen.
You're a piece of fucking trash.
I remember his name when I'm in my current mind state. But when I'm fucking 12 hours into a bender, you know, things don't just roll off the tongue so easy.
That's how you're going to do him?
It wasn't intentional.
I wish I could have heard it. Like, what did he get? Did you call him? Did he give you a play-by-play? Like,
no,
what was
no,
he?
no.
You were like, yo,
he just gave me the text. He was like,
man. The light guy.
Yeah.
Was it like one of those?
I don't know what it was, but he told me, do you remember giving me a birthday shout out on the mic and forgetting my name? How does that even go? It must have been something like, yo, big birthday shout out to
the light guy. Let's give it up for our light guy.
That's why I don't get on the mic, ladies and gentlemen. So whoever sabotaged me by fucking plugging that motherfucker in.
Because you know what? You could have got up there. You could have said some shit that made sense, and no one would have fucking remembered it. We wouldn't even be talking about it.
You're right.
Now. Fuck that shit.
It's all about memories, baby.
You shit your pants, and now we get to talk about it.
You shit your pants, and you wear it like a fucking man. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was good. Sunday was a fun time.
What were you doing outside the whole time?
I was just hanging outside. You know, I like the fresh air. It's not too loud out there. Get to peep the bitches coming in and out. It's a lot of people watching. I'm hanging out with Mo, who, you know, we're getting to know each other a little bit better. But
Mo?
Yeah, Mo, the guy who trained you in the gym, the big black guy.
Oh,
with the
Mo.
dreads.
Oh,
I was like, train me to do what, the DJ?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Mo's the guy.
Hanging out with Mo, you know, the bitches love Mo.
I wonder why.
Let me tell you, if you are a young black stallion in the city of Houston, Texas, you're getting pussy.
You've won.
You're getting
But not only that,
astronomical amounts of pussy.
Not only that, add on to the fact that he's a bodybuilder and he's a fucking door guy at one of the hottest clubs in the city.
Yeah, I mean, I
was the cheat code, baby.
I'm standing there just watching these hoes try and fuck him, and he's like not giving them the time of day,
which makes him want him more.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's me on Friday night. I can't keep my focus on one bitch.
Oh yeah.
I'm literally
I just want to fuck everyone here.
Like every girl I see, I'm like, I need to talk to her, and then I'm like, I need to talk to her. I'm planting seeds everywhere, and then you go home empty-handed.
Yeah, because they've all fucking sprouted with you out of the scene.
I'm planting all the seeds, and someone else is watering them later in the night.
Is that what we call it? Watering the seed?
While I'm fucking jerking off.
That's
into my
hot.
left hand.
I'm gonna water your seed, girl.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember Friday?
Yeah, Friday I was
got a
pretty
little
sober.
lit.
I had a great
got
time
pretty
Friday.
lit.
You were pretty lit. I was relatively sober. See, this is what I'm noticing my pattern is here in Houston is that like I'll make it Wednesday. I don't really drink. Thursday I'm only working sometimes, and then Fridays I drink a little bit, but I don't get like blacked. Saturday I keep my composure because it's a double shift, so I know what's ahead of me. And then Sunday I just lose my shit. I'm just like I don't even let it out. I just like I collapse. I just like my fucking wall of like turning away alcohol is just fucking destroyed, and
Sunday is also just such a celebration of the end of the weekend and the start
of DJ's weekend.
Well, yeah, right. The end of the real weekend and the start of your weekend.
Yeah.
It's the last day of work. Sunday
sure.
is Friday for us.
Yes, Sunday is, and Friday is Monday for us.
Yeah.
So when we're not as lit, I mean, but Friday's been pretty lit. But I'm just saying in general, speaking of DJs,
just like how our schedule works.
Right. Yeah. So Sundays and Sundays are already a fucking shit show. Everybody that's out on a Sunday is going out to get fucking lit.
Yeah.
And if they're not, they get sucked into it
or sucked off.
Hopefully both. You know what I'm saying?
To get sucked off, baby.
Suck off Sundays. Yo, can we
sucked off?
Can we make that a new party?
If it's not Super Spreader Sundays, it's Sucked Off Sundays.
Oh boy. So what do you got on the?
We need to do. Who's gonna man up and do Super Spreader Sundays? Who's just gonna fucking
I thought somebody
man
did
up
it in Dallas.
and do it?
I thought somebody did it in Dallas, one of the places.
I don't think so.
I could have swore they said somebody did it and they got in trouble for it.
Oh, well, in trouble from who?
The people who shut them down.
Who?
For 30 days.
The city?
No, remember?
The what?
Right before they got shut down. They were doing Super Spreader Sundays.
No. That wasn't Super Spreader Sundays. That was like I
could have swore they had something like that.
That was like a mask off party, like leave your mask at the door kind of thing, which I guess Super Spreader Sundays would be the same thing, but there's much more of a ring to it. There's more creativity, which I feel like gives you a little more leeway. You know what I'm saying?
The cops will laugh it off. They're like, that's
right.
Funny.
Like if you put some stupid shit on a flyer that's like no masks, leave your mask at home, like that's pretty gay. Super Spreader Sundays has a ring to it though, you know, and I feel like with that there's a little more leeway.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I just feel someone's got to do it. Someone's got to break through the wall. I'm still waiting. We're still in the middle of Corona. Even though it's over, it's not over.
It'll never be over.
Until I can throw a party called Super Spreader Sundays, it's not over. That's
my
whole point. Someone just needs to break through the wall. We need to fucking do it. The shit is over, bro.
If we're able to do the long shot,
that's what I'm saying.
I think we're able to super spread it.
We bring the long shot back?
People were not scared to drink out of that.
They were not scared. I mean, girls
pre-COVID, I was still scared to drink out of that thing. People were fucking tongue fucking that shot glass. For those of you who don't know what it is, you'll have to come to the Strategy and DOLO show every Friday night at Bottle Bar in Houston to see.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get some good footage of it. I'm gonna get the
GoPro on that
fucking. I need to get a clamp thing for the GoPro, you know, so we can attach it. I also want to put it on the bottle. Remember that video? I feel like
that was hard body.
I feel like that video is so old, and it really didn't go that viral to the point where we could do it, and it'll just look like we did it.
Yeah, exactly.
We can pretty much just steal it.
For sure we can. We'll just recycle it is what we call it.
Yeah. No idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun.
It's never what you do, but how it's done.
Let's go, champ.
What do we got on the list today?
Female ADD in the club, we talked about. There's just so many options. Like you know when you're scrolling through Netflix and you take about 30 minutes to even find a movie because there's too many options?
Yeah.
That's how I feel with these bitches at the club.
Oh, okay.
You know?
So, I mean, I don't because I'm in a relationship and I don't look at women that way because I handed in my testicles. Yeah. But back in my day, I don't know, man. I was never as much of a fucking... Scumbag, yes, as you are.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even when I was single, I would try to keep up with you when we were out. And when I was inebriated enough, I was able to hold my own.
Inebriated enough.
Once enough alcohol was in my system. But I feel like this is something you can do sober.
Yeah.
You're just a horny motherfucker.
I'm something just takes over me, man. I want to connect. I see these women and I want to connect with them on a deeper level. I want to be inside of them.
Yes.
You know?
Like, I love all of it. I feel like it's like that Lil Wayne song, I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. I feel like that's literally you.
Bro, the guy knows what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, he nailed it on the fucking head with that one.
Whenever I heard that song, I was always like, even the ones with like comedians?
Every one of them, bro. I want to experience, I feel like there's like every woman, every human, I'm only going for women, but just this still carries over to every human. Like, they have something to offer. You know what I mean? Even if it's the worst, just like the shittiest videographer who doesn't know how to talk to people or do anything.
I know who you're talking
other
about.
than shoot video. Like, there's still something to offer. You could shoot video. You know what I mean? Everything else is out the window.
Do you feel that every woman has something to offer sexually? So if
Yes.
if their pussy's trash, they have good head.
Right. Even if it's like a fat, nasty broad, you know,
Who
if you
usually
gotta
give the
do
best head.
It's the glass half full theory, right? Like, everyone's looking at her like, oh, this fucking nasty broad, she probably smells like onion rings, and I'm like, she might suck a really good dick. You know what I mean? Or what if she has like the craziest, just wettest, gooeyest pussy you've ever fucking
Honestly,
encountered?
some of the best pussy I've ever had were fucking not the prettiest girls. Not like, honestly, I fucked a fat bitch and the pussy was fire. It was almost so fire that I don't want to fuck fat bitches no more.
Yeah, because it's scary. You could get sucked in and never come back.
Yeah, imagine you're like walking around with that shit. And
Like
people are
on your arm?
what the fuck is this guy doing? Yeah. And you're like parading her around.
There's
You're
no-
so sprung off that pussy that she's got.
Dude, I want to be that guy. I wish that I could. I'm hoping that I can become that man.
Well, I mean, if you were, you wouldn't have to worry about nobody stealing your girl.
That's what I have so much respect for dudes that are just walking around with ugly ass chicks.
It's like that song. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life,
You never make a pretty woman your
let's
wife.
get an ugly girl and make her your wife.
No, it's if you want to be happy for the rest of your life,
Get
never
an
make
ugly
a
girl.
pretty woman your wife.
I'm pretty sure. We're gonna have to Google that.
Nah, I know it is because I play that song sometimes. I have a Castle remix.
Have
of
you
it.
DJ'd? Oh, you have a remix of that shit?
Yeah. What else was I gonna say? I feel like I had something going there. We're talking about ugly women dating them. Oh yeah, I mean that's what I've always said. Like my wife, I want her to be almost pretty.
Right.
I don't want like a hot ass chick. That's too much. They expect too much. They think too highly of themselves. It's just the scales are all wrong. They're fucked from the jump. It's like a child star, right? If you like what child star has ever made it out without being a complete fucking mess?
Oh, because I was about to say, who's that one ginger guy that's always on fucking VH1 for being like a fucking
Danny
train wreck?
Bonaducci?
Yeah.
Yeah, these hoes are young Danny Bonaducci's.
I'll just go ahead and say you're right.
I'm
Never
right,
make
baby.
a pretty woman your wife.
Say
All
it
right.
again.
I'm
Say it closer into the
man
mic.
enough. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong.
Facts.
So yeah, but Danny Bonaducci, fucked. Whole life fucked. His parents pimped him out.
That was the first reality show, like train wreck, like of just one single person. It was like, hey, you're off the fucking rails. Can we follow you around with a couple cameras and just project your life onto everyone's TV so they could laugh at you? And he was like, yeah, sure.
And then you get VH1 fucking rehab shows.
Yeah.
And all these spinoffs.
I mean, he's still paid.
And then at the end of the day, who's the guy from 3.5 Men?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, right?
I got this.
I mean, those are the guys I want to see do an appearance at the club. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Jack Harlow at the club.
Would you consider Charlie Sheen a childhood star? I mean, he was in movies when he was a kid, right? Or teenager at least.
Yeah, I think teenager, but I don't know. Yeah, it would still affect you. I think it would affect you more the younger you are. But like, imagine just
Because they said that.
like
Who was the girl? Sorry, the girl from she dated God damn it, I'm fucking losing it here. The girl that was in the movie Firestarter, which you probably don't know because
I
it's
have
from
no
the
idea
80s.
what that is.
She was like doing cocaine at like 12 years old in the club.
Oh, Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're all fucked. Imagine being 12 years old and you have more money than your parents and nobody can tell you anything
and you're just the hottest shit in Hollywood and people just want to fucking party with you.
Yeah, nobody's gonna tell you no. You're surrounded by a bunch of people that are telling you yes because they're riding your coattails. Like, your whole view of life is so skewed. Like, imagine when you were 12, what were you doing?
I was probably still
none of that.
Still in cigarettes. That was like the cool shit.
Which is a normal life, which is why you're a normal, well, somewhat normal.
Somewhat. But if somebody was like, here, you want to go fucking fuck these bitches in VIP and do cocaine, I would have been like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I would have been burnt out by fucking 19.
Yeah.
Instead of burnt out at 36.
That's what I'm saying. These hoes, they're just pretty from the jump. The way that they view life, the way that life has always treated them is it's skewed because everyone wants to fuck them. You know what I mean? When they're fucking 13, Epstein's trying to fuck them. You know what I mean?
Fucked up, dude.
I mean, someone's out there trying to fuck them. That's all I'm saying.
There's definitely some sick fucks out there.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't let your fucking kids become celebrities. Unless you're Master P and you can make money off of your child.
Yeah,
that's Lil Romeo. Romeo seemed to turn out all right. I mean, we don't see him too much, but he didn't.
We don't know much about Lil Romeo because he didn't really get fame. He had a couple hits, maybe a movie or two that barely took off. I mean, he was competing with fucking Air Bud.
Yeah,
right. True. It was like Lil Romeo and Air Bud were stars at the same time.
I actually watched that. I don't know how the fuck it got on my TV, but like a few months ago, I watched the Lil Romeo movie. It was so fucking bad. It had like Master P in it as his dad or as his like uncle, and I was like trying to watch it, but like the acting was so bad. I was like, this guy literally just took his entire family and casted them all in this movie, and he didn't even attempt to make any of them act correctly. He was just like, if we're just on this TV, somebody's going to buy this movie and we're going to make money. Yeah. So just fucking say whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, just get in front of the camera and just fucking do your thing.
You know who else ended up really fucking spun out was, do you remember that show, I think it was on Everybody Loves Raymond? Or not Everybody Loves Raymond. What was Raymond? Ramon. What's the girl? She turned out to be lesbian. Raven.
That's so Raven. She's a lesbian?
No. Well, she's not. I mean, yeah, I think she's a lesbian.
Is she a they? First of all, okay, you know.
Well, keep going. She's not the one. Well, she ended up fucked up too, probably a little bit, but not really like this motherfucker. Yeah. You remember the guy, her friend, the little stocky like neighbor kid,
black kid.
Yeah, light skin, shaved head.
Not the kid that was in our DJ Khaled Bottle Blonde music video. No. Fucking who was that?
No, he was on the show with the other girl where her dad was like somewhat of a celebrity. Her dad was like a player, and she lived with her dad. That was a different show. That wasn't Raven Simone though.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually watched that show the other day and saw his ass too. Anyways, so back to this guy. This motherfucker is like gone, like ballistic gone. I saw him on Vlad TV. And I'm fucking horrible with names. So somebody's watching this and telling me you're fucking his name is so and so. So I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, well maybe if Diamond Cut's editing this, he'll throw a picture of him up on the screen or something.
Yeah, throw a picture of him all.
Just find the last black dude that was on Vlad TV and throw it up. What's up with they them? I need you to break this down for me.
They bees?
Yeah. What is a they?
Well, they be. I don't know what they is, but I gotta imagine it's along the lines of a they be. A they be is a child. If you're your son or daughter, which we don't call them a son or daughter anymore, we call them a they be. You let them decide by the time they become 6 whether they want to be a boy or a girl, and in the meantime, you have to look at them as an androgynous being.
Okay, so
if you have a biological male son, you can't refer to him as your son. You can't even give him a name. You have to let him decide.
People really do that.
There's a motherfucking lady out here who thinks that this is the correct way of doing this.
Wait, people really do that.
I don't know how many people are following her, but she wrote a book and there's the whole thing about
At what point in time, how long have humans been around?
Probably, well, if you ask Christian 6,000, I think the reality is probably around a couple 100,000. We've only had recorded history for so long, but I think that like there were fucking cave dwellers before that, but that's neither here nor there. And wow, we've been around for a while.
At what point in time, like, I'm trying to figure out. I don't even know how to ask. Like,
how did we get here?
What's the logic? How did we get here? what drove this woman to realize, like, what was her epiphany that she was like, oh my God, we've been doing it wrong this whole time? You know what I mean? Like what? Like
biology,
who,
just
how, when,
that
where,
was wrong.
What is happening?
Who made science? Who made biology?
I mean,
What?
listen, I'm all for be whatever you want.
Yeah, you want to be a fucking
chop your
chick?
dick
Go ahead.
off and fucking super glue it onto your forehead and call yourself a Danacorn. I don't give a fuck.
A Danacorn.
But
That's kind of tight. Yo, if I saw that shit, I'd be like, you really dedicated yourself to the fucking cause.
you dedicated to the game, son.
No, I agree. I think you want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Do your
whatever
thing.
you
I don't
want,
give a
because
fuck.
I know Starbucks will hire you. That's
Starbucks
the
will
thing.
definitely
People
hire
used
you.
to be scared to do these things. You know, how am I going to get a job? Oh, I can't get tattoos below my sleeve line.
Right.
How am I going to get a job? I mean, you could literally cut your dick off, super glue it to your forehead, and Starbucks will hire you to take orders through the drive-thru.
They might even let you fucking carry the cups out with a fucking boner on your forehead. But yeah, I don't know. I think it all came from when we started teaching everyone that you could be anything you want, and people
Which
kind of
is true.
took that,
That
and that is true.
That's facts. There's
But
nothing
I'm
wrong
just
with
saying
that.
where it came from, and then it kind of got misconstrued somewhere along the lines to where now some people look at it as being fucking a sexist or prejudiced if you assume your child's gender, which I think is bullshit. I don't care. We got to draw the line somewhere.
You're having a child.
I'm having a child,
This
a biological female,
This conversation pertains directly to you.
100%. And I am having a biological female, and therefore I will refer to her as her name, Valerie.
Oh, you named her already?
Named her already.
Okay.
And
Valerie
my girlfriend is
Mortensen?
Mexican. Yes. My girlfriend's Mexican, and we believe that we are going to pierce her ears within the first 6 weeks of the baby being born.
That's a
And
Mexican thing, right?
Yes, and anybody who doesn't like it can suck my fucking dick. If you think that's inhumane, suck my dick.
Wait, is that that's a thing that's inhumane to pierce your?
Well, some people are like, "Oh my
thing
god, it's a baby! Like you can't pierce its ears; it's gonna hurt itself." Okay, well then don't fucking don't clip the foreskin on your son's dick.
Whoa, let's not get into the fucking foreskin talk here.
Well, I'm saying I would definitely snip my son too.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I wouldn't snip mine. I'd have the rabbi bite his off, but same concept, you know?
Well, that's a religious belief, but I'm just saying. Look, I'm gonna fucking put earrings in her ears so no one has to ask.
Yeah, I like that. So you're kind of going the opposite direction with it. Like,
I'm going.
You're like okay. Most people are trying to wait it out. They're like, oh, we'll just wait. Maybe her vagina will grow into a dick or something, and then she can decide whatever she wants. But you're like, no, fuck that. Get her ears pierced immediately.
Right.
We're
Ears
setting it in
pierced,
stone.
no turning back. I mean, not to say that she couldn't decide she wanted to be a boy in the future. I mean, most guys have. Well, when I was a teenager, most guys had both ears pierced.
Yeah.
I only did one. I think now
only did the
one's
left
cool
one.
again. They'll probably go back into doing both of them again one day. So I mean, she'll be fine if she really decides she wanted to be a dude.
Yeah,
but while she's a child, I'm gonna refer to her as a girl.
That's a thing of the past, huh? Guys with earrings. I mean, I don't.
No. It's back. But
Is
now
it?
they like the pirate, the dangling earring. I see that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one.
That one's always been a little much for me.
Well, that was always kind of a way of telling everyone that you're playing for the other team.
That you love dick in your mouth.
But now, it's not. I think if you don't have earrings, that's the way of telling people
I just
you
feel like
are.
I haven't seen kids with like diamond studs in. Like that's what we used to rock.
Yeah,
in high
diamond,
school,
big
You
fake
had diamond-
ones,
you
like
had the
looking
big
like
fake
fabulous
ones from
out
the
here and
mall.
shit.
You went
Yeah.
and saw the fucking Pakistani guy who had his little stand in the middle of the mall.
Yeah.
You got the overly priced earrings.
Yeah, and your ears started fucking turning like
green.
crusty yellow in the
Yeah,
inside.
they'd
You're like,
get
I probably
infected.
shouldn't have bought that $5 earring
Yeah.
and put it in my fucking ear hole. Did you pierce your own ears or did you have them pierced?
I had them pierced. See, so I'm 5 years younger than my brother, but anything that my parents let my brother do, they would let me do. And he would get so mad about it because like they would make him wait. Like if he wanted to get his ear pierced, right? They'd be like, "No, you're way too young." And then at 12 they let him get his.
And you're
And
5
I
years
got
younger.
mine
Like,
at 7.
oh shit!
You know what I mean?
Wait, you get your ears pierced at 7?
At 7, I got one earring.
That's fucking kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't. I pierced my own ears probably at like 13 or 14. I remember I went to Sally's Beauty Supply and they have this little like back then they had like this little white cartridge. They probably still have it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they put in the gun.
Yeah.
That's what they put in the gun to do it. My brother stole that gun from Claire's.
That's fucking hilarious.
He pierced his own ears, pierced his friend's ears. My
Yeah,
brother was a little
I just
devil.
maybe they were selling them to sell to places, but we would just buy them and then you just squeeze the fucking box and there it is.
Yeah, he stole the gun from Claire's.
That's fucking funny.
Fucking guy.
But you know, whatever gets a hole in your ear.
Yeah, whatever gets a hole in your ear. All right, what do we got? What's next on the list here? How do we always get into talking about trannies? I mean, it's so
because we
hard
go to Starbucks.
They're pushing it in your face everywhere you go.
It's because we go to Starbucks.
Take these.
It's because we go to Starbucks right before we get on.
True. Yeah,
And
that'll do it.
If you go into Starbucks, you're guaranteed to see a train section.
Here's something that I haven't experienced in a while since Send Nudes first started, since the Send Nudes stickers first started. I go to give this girl a sticker who had gotten one previously, and she's like, "Oh no, I can't do that. I got in trouble for the last one." And I'm like, "Oh, you know, like who? Your dad saw it? Your boyfriend? Like what happened?" She's like, "No, the club that I work for, the company that I work for, told me I can't do that.
Told her she can't what?
Put a sticker on."
So that they know. So did she like get the form when she got the job? And they're like things that aren't allowed at work. It was like sandals, fucking hair dye,
stickers,
strategy sticker on your nipples.
Yeah, no,
like,
well, it wasn't even at work. It was like this was at Bottle Blonde. She doesn't work at Bottle Blonde, but she had the sticker on and like Snapchat.
Did she work at another bar?
She works at another club.
Well, that means you're doing something right because at least they're talking.
Yeah, for sure. But it's so weird to me. Like that's so weird to me that when people are so controlling and fucking wild that they're mad at their employees for doing something on their own time. That would be like if a chick had an OnlyFans and the people were like, "No, you can't work here because you have an OnlyFans," which
well, I think they can do that actually.
Well, yeah, well, I don't think really makes sense in the long run in reality, but I get it for like a corporate job. You work at fucking Walgreens headquarters. They don't want your spread pussy pics going around the office making a couple extra bucks. At a nightclub where the owners, where you got to suck the owner's dick to even get a job, you're going to tell, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
you know what? We've talked about this before in different situations. It's the king of the castle thing.
That's exactly what it is. These are my bitches.
Yes.
These are my bitches, and I don't want you putting your sticker on them.
Or your dick in them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'd like that either. But yeah. I mean, it's just a wild. It's wild, man. People are crazy. It's like you're exerting too much energy trying to control things that are really out of your control and don't affect you. You know what I mean? Like
right.
People are wild like that.
Well, you know, everybody's got to complain about something.
Yeah, as I'm doing sitting here.
Yeah, here we are. Thanks for joining us. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to DJ Mars. Shout out to Five Coast Jam. Listening in the gym. Hopefully this is pumping you up. But I feel like when he said, I love listening to your channel, especially the gym, he's probably talking about the mixes. But hopefully you like this on the ride home from the gym. Yeah. Or maybe you're getting pumped up to us talking about
I listen
fucking
to podcasts in the gym.
Yeah, does it get you hyped?
Sometimes, bro. I was listening to this dude had a crazy story on Rogan talking about how he was raped as a child. 7 years old, he was raped. This wasn't getting me pumped up, but it was getting me like charged up. I was like getting like uncomfortable, but I was able to like use that as like fuel. You know what I mean?
I mean, I probably wouldn't tell anybody at the gym that you're getting pumped up to fucking listening to a 7-year-old get raped.
No. It was his story, bro, but it was crazy. But listen to this. Think about this, because I'm pretty sure this is something you've never thought about before.
All right.
Because it was something I never thought about.
Okay.
Either. Like these fucking weirdo pedophiles and shit. Most of them will tell you that the ones that get caught will tell you like, yeah, something like that happened to me when I was a child. You know
so it's just like a repeat.
It's like a repeat thing.
Yeah.
So this guy gets raped as a child, And now for the rest of his life, as he's growing up, he's like waiting to see if he starts developing urges to fuck a kid, because he knows, he's like, this is what happens. You know, a lot of times when this happens to people, that's the route that they go. So he's like, this happened to me. Obviously, I don't want to do this, but if that's like what happens, like, fuck, what do I do if I start getting these feelings? He like had a whole plan to kill himself in a way where it didn't look like he killed himself, because he didn't want like his mom to think that he killed himself. Like, he had planned out his death in case he started feeling those feelings. Like, how fucking nuts is that?
I mean,
you're living your life waiting. You're like, you wake up in the morning, you're like, do I want to fuck it? Like, what a fucking wild way to live.
And that's fucked. Because here's the opposite side is like, if he did start getting those urges and he didn't want to kill himself and he wanted to seek help, like, how would you seek help? Like, would you go to a psychologist?
Yeah.
And the psychologist is obligated probably to tell law enforcement that this guy's a fucking threat.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that works, but I think if you can talk about how you feel, and especially if you go in somewhere and you're like scared, you're like, yo, I want to bang kids, like, help me. You know what I mean? I feel like you'd get help. But if you went in and you told them you did something wild, then I think they have to tell the police. I don't know. We're in a weird spot here.
Right. How did we get here? That's why we keep the paper here.
Yeah,
all right, let's get off of this pedophilia topic.
No, but it's such a crazy thing to think of. When I heard that, because they described it as like a vampire. Like, you get bit by a vampire, right?
Yeah.
And then that's how you become a vampire. So he's like, crazy fucking thing to think about. And I'm in the gym. I'm fucking nervous. I'm like, yo, Jesus Christ, this is happening to people around me.
Chappelle is opening a comedy club in Austin?
Yeah. So Joe Rogan is also opening a comedy club in Austin. Chappelle also, Rogan moved there. All these comedians moved there, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Like, that's the equivalent of like who are like some big DJs, like DJ Vice,
right? Like
some real DJs, like
Scratch
Vice
Bastard
and like Scratch Bastard, right? Or like let's even say Vegas guys, people that live in Vegas or LA. Scratch Bastard's in Canada, right?
Right.
Like, the comedy scene, when Joe Rogan went to Austin, now Chappelle's opening a club there. Like, everything's happening in Austin now. They basically said, fuck LA. We're going to Austin and we're going to open our own clubs the way that we think it should be from the years. Like, we're always like, you go to a new spot and we're like, Jesus, what the fuck are they doing here? Why are they not doing this? Why are they not doing that? Boom, 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 boom. So these guys have all of that, and they're creating like a super club from all of their experiences. It's like if DJs just left Vegas, they were like, fuck this place. And they went to some other city that's not like a really big city right now. Like, Austin's not really like you know what I mean? It's not like a super desirable place. It's cool. Right. It's great. But like, they're blowing it up. Yeah. It's like if DJs left Vegas and created their own Vegas in a different city. Like, I would think about going there, sure. If they did that, if there was a whole community of DJs going somewhere else, opening new clubs, there's new spots and shit, like, and I'd be like, fuck it, I'll go over there.
It makes so sense for the people that are going to Austin, because it's like, okay, California is stupid expensive, right? Yeah. So to open a club in California, you could open a place 10 times the size in Austin, and fucking there you go, and not have as much bureaucratic bullshit to go through either. Because Texas is God's country.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds so desirable, bro. Like, did you think of, like, the whole comedy community? Imagine if all the fucking DJs, all the fun people that you love hanging out with and bullshitting with and all that, like, if they were just all in one city, if you were just fucking, like, that sounds great.
But here's the scary thing, or not the scary thing, but here's the thing that a lot of people are concerned about. And I'm not a fucking Texan for more than, 6 months or so, but...
This kid's a fucking Texan. You're a Texan now?
I mean, I got a Texas ID, baby. I got Texas license plates on my car. But anyhow, the problem is people are concerned that all these people are coming from California, and they're going to kind of turn Texas into California. Yeah. And it's like, wait a minute, you left California because things were fucked up because of the policies and the way things were going, and now you're coming to Texas and you want to recreate that. No, Texas is great, and the reason you're here is because the policies are the way they are.
Yeah.
And I think that the problem is so many, and this has been fucking a problem forever. I mean, since people have been fucking, honestly, all we are is just fucking refugees. We're refugees from our cities
We are
after
political
COVID.
refugees.
We're COVID refugees, and now we found a home in Texas, and they're like, all right, you're welcome in Texas, but if you're gonna come here, don't go fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Don't fuck it up.
And it's kind of the same thing that was always been around since people were migrating from fucking places in the Balkan region. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, don't turn Macedonia into Greece and all this other shit, or wherever in Chicago or whatever. If they said, you know, they didn't want Chinese people going out of Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the same fucking thing, right?
So what do you think? You think that they're gonna ruin Austin?
Oh, I believe it 100%. I think here's the problem. And I'm not a big political guy, but you can't not take a political stance after what the fuck we've been through in the last 18 months.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened?
I used to not give a fuck.
Not even know who the mayor was.
I've never voted in my entire fucking
Can we
life.
get back to that?
I wish.
What happened? How do we get back to where I don't give a fuck who's president?
It's the extremities.
Care.
It's the extremities
of
things.
Fucking care about any of it.
And we were able to do that, right, for a long time until it got to the point where it was like, all right, well, this party says you can't work.
Yeah,
it's like, well, wait, what?
How the fuck did we get here, bro?
It's pretty horrible.
It's fucking wild.
And so my view is, as long as I'm with whatever party allows me to work. So if that's the red party, gang.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have no real. I mean, I have no side. I don't give a fuck. I mean, everyone has, you know, their good policies, and there's crazy people on both sides.
100%.
You have your insane liberal people. You have your insane Republican, conservative people, and they are the same person.
Yeah,
because they're in this lane. Like, here's the normal lane of like regular right side, regular left side. These people are out here super extreme. It doesn't matter which side they're on. They're both in the fucking extreme lane.
You know what the problem is, though? The way everything's shifting, it's kind of like making those lanes kind of make you gravitate. Like, it's hard. It's really hard to play the middle because they're so, like, they don't agree on anything. So there's very little things that you could be like, you know, I'm a conservative, but I agree with this liberal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to be so far away. And now you got fucking cyber attacks on red states because they're red states. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Is that what it said?
That's
saw
what
a
I've
little
heard.
thing. I didn't see anything that said it was because they were.
I heard
red
it was
states.
because it was Florida, and because Florida's like so anti what the rest of the country's doing right now. Is that, and I could 100% believe that Anonymous
basement dweller fucking.
You don't think if you don't think Anonymous is liberal, motherfuckers? If you don't think Anonymous, they were always anti. Yeah, because of course, if it's not Anonymous, it's another party like that. It's one of these fucking.
I feel like they
basement dweller kids.
They always kind of did like the right thing, no matter what side.
Well,
it was on.
no, I think it seemed like the right thing because at that time it was like, oh well, they're just attacking corporations that are like, you know, hurting the world, but the views are all fucked, man. You don't know what the fuck you're getting anymore. There's so much misinformation out there.
You don't know what you're getting.
That's
so
I don't
problem.
even.
Everything. You can't trust anything. That's why and the whole coronavirus bullshit has perpetuated that so far. I don't know that I'll ever go back, or anyone else who doesn't trust anything anymore. It's like, oh, no, you don't need a mask. Now you need a mask. Oh, now you need two. Oh, now you don't even really need it anymore. But, like, if you want it, you could wear it. It's like,
and then it's like, well, you don't need it, but we're going to make you wear it. And if you don't wear it, then we're not going to let you come in here. And if you don't make an appointment 2 days ahead of time, then we're not going to let you not socially distance inside. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, we try and go to the Apple store today because I'm fucking feeling a little frisky. I want to blow some money or something, you know? Remember the good old days when you could just go blow some money if you wanted?
Yeah.
Now I got to go blow somebody to get in, but fucking Jesus Christ. We try and go into the Apple store, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, we don't have any more appointments today for you to get in. And we're like, what? Appointment?
Like, they had always had appointments to, like, get your shit done.
Bar,
yeah. But just to walk in there, I need to make an appointment? And then it's like, or you could just order online. It's like, I don't want to order online, right? Yeah, if I wanted to order online, I wouldn't fucking come here. I would just order online.
And then he goes, yeah, we're practicing social distancing. We're doing all this and all that.
But the walls are glass.
Yeah, the walls are glass. You could see right in there. Dolo goes, well, nobody in there is social distance. He goes, yeah, I know.
He goes, I know. I see it. But like, those are the rules.
So fucking let us in. What are you doing?
That's what makes me more crazy, that everybody always says, yeah, it doesn't really make any sense, but those are the rules. And it's like, if my mother or my father would have told me that same shit, which they did,
yo,
and
that's something that you hear from your parents.
Yeah, they would always. I would be like, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't matter.
And then they'd be like, well, those are the rules. Yeah. And that's when I'd always be like, well, fuck that. I'm not following your rules. When my son asks me something, and I take the time to explain to him, because I know how I was when I was a kid. And if my parents said those are the rules, I'd be like, well, fuck you then. I'm not gonna listen to your rules. But yeah, like literally, that's how I feel. And so, like, if I tell my son something, I say, I'll take the fucking 30 seconds to explain to him why that's the rule. And if he continues wanting to argue with me, then I'll just fucking tell him, shut the fuck up and go to his room. But my point is, don't make rules if there's no logic behind it. And there is no logic behind anything that's happening right now.
Yeah, there's no logic. I'm all about logic. Listen, if you told me, like, you know, we can't let you in because
we're social distancing and actually social distanced, then maybe I would have listened to you.
Yeah.
But if no one's social distancing, then your whole fucking argument is pointless.
It's just crazy. It's fucking crazy, man.
We got a couple more topics, but we might have to hit them tomorrow because we're running low on time and we still got to talk.
No, that clock's not right.
How many more minutes?
We're 44 minutes in.
Well, don't we take the last 15 minutes to do our talk?
Oh, yeah. Well, what do we got here? We got Rogan nervous about rapping. Let's talk about this. It's DJ related.
Okay.
Do you get nervous when you're in the DJ booth and you're fucking feeling yourself and the energy's good and you're fucking rapping along to the song, and then you know that the N-word's coming up and you're like, blah, 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 and then you can't say it. You can't even like, I get so nervous that I'm going to accidentally say it, and just, it's a fucking lyric in the song. It's not directed at anybody. There's no hate. Like, it's not a hard R. It ends with an A. Like, everything's good to go.
Well,
but I get nervous that I'm going to accidentally just like say it to myself, rap it along. Someone's going to see it, and all of a sudden I'm getting arrested.
Right. Yeah. Well, this hit's kind of dear to me because as a youngin', okay, I used to use the N-word. I used it very much because most of my friends were black. And they would all call me the N-word, so I would call them the N-word. And there was never any problem. Back in the 90s, this was a thing. Like, not with everyone, but with me and with my friends. And I wouldn't just say it to a normal person.
You had a pass.
I had a pass. And I never said it to anyone who never said it to me. So, like, once my friends would, like, start calling me it, I'd call them it. It was never in a derogatory way or anything like that. And everything was all good. Now, sometime around, like, the mid-2000s, I would say, I'm getting older. I started looking at it differently. And I started really thinking about what it meant. And I said, there's really no place for me to say it. Even if someone says it to me, I don't feel that I should have that pass. So it was never a situation where it was like someone was like, all right, man, enough is enough. It's not
even worth it, right?
Yeah, to me, I was like, it's such a fucked up history behind it that, like, no matter, even if no one cares about it, I still don't feel right saying it because it's just not right. You know what I'm saying? And so I stopped. And I stopped so much that I consciously make a habit of never even lip syncing the word, because when we're on the stage, we are on a spotlight, and I guarantee there's motherfuckers in that crowd that are watching. Like, wait for it. I never slip up on it. Now, that being said, this is one thing that I have to be careful with that I don't do is when I'm DJing and like when you cut out the words for like the sing-alongs. I don't want to put anyone else in an awkward position.
Jeopardy. You don't want to jeopardize anyone else.
I always make sure before I pull out on the words that they're not going to say the N-word anywhere in that pull out. Because I know that like for instance, like if I'm doing like I don't know what's a common one where they say it where everybody sings. Okay, it's dreams and nightmares, right? So he says there's a few parts which I can't think right offhand, but where he says the N-word in like one of the really hype parts that everybody sings along to.
Everybody knows.
And I know I'm in a club that's like 50% white people, so I'm like, I know somebody out there is gonna.
They're gonna say it for sure.
And I'm like, if I
at that
pull it
point,
out,
you're just like you're starting a fight.
Exactly. If I pull it out, I'm just accentuating the fact that they're saying it, and so I'm like, I'm not even gonna do it. But I definitely, it's something. It's always conscious in my mind.
Yeah, for sure. I just think about it all the time. I'm like, like one day, I don't want to deal with that ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever want. Like that, it's even crazy that I have to even think about that.
It's like,
you know
rappers,
I mean?
can we just stop? Can we, like the motherfuckers say, can we stop normalizing the N-word?
Yeah.
For real, rappers, for the white people out here, can you just stop using it?
Yeah,
in the word?
I mean,
that way I don't have to, that way I can sing the lyrics.
I'm feeling a little oppressed, actually, that I can't fucking sing.
You know
along.
what?
I'm feeling excluded.
Yes, because in the hip-hop community, we are the minority. And I think if you guys just stop using the word, we could start rapping along.
We can all rap together
in perfect harmony.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I just had to get that off my chest.
I think most people would agree that let's just stop using the fucking word.
But be honest with me.
Let's be done with it.
Be honest with me for a second.
Talk to me.
Be honest with me for a second. When you're in your car alone.
No, I don't. I'm telling you.
And you're listening to some Dr. Dre. You're listening to some good fucking Dre.
I will be honest.
Some fucking good Dre.
In my head, it'll come through because the lyrics are happening in my head. But even in the car, I think I just try to like never do it. Just because if you get used to doing it, you're going to accidentally do it in public. And I don't ever want to do that. So I purposely don't say it ever, rapping nothing. In my head, it does happen. But which is fucked up because you hear your own voice in your head rapping along to it.
That was a whole Louis bit was like, well, what the fuck? We can't say the actual word now, but you can say the N-word, and you're just making me say it in my head. You know, I'm watching the news, and this lady's like, oh, blah, 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 the N-word. And you're like, N-word. And then you say it, and you said it in your head. And it's like, what the fuck? You just made me say it.
I mean, in that aspect, we're fucking human, okay? If you've never said it in your head.
I mean, listen, I'm in the car fucking rapping, dog. I'm in the car
rapping.
Really, I'm hitting every fucking word.
But I feel like the rap you listen to, they don't use the N-word. It's like socially conscious backpacker hip hop. They don't ever say the N-word.
I'm dead.
I don't think De La Soul has ever said the N-word.
He's called me a bitch.
No, I'm just saying that's.
Come on, dog. Plug One's out here dropping N-bombs.
Does he really?
I think so.
If you have to think about it, then no. Now, if you were to say you listen to Pooh Shiesty when you're riding around, I'm like, oh, this guy's definitely dropping.
I'm not rapping along to Pooh Shiesty. I don't get like when you rap along to like a really dope rapper, like if you're hitting Nas lyrics, you kind of feel like, you know what I mean? His lyrics are so good and they're done so well, and like the rhythm and the accentuation on the words, and like it almost feels like if you could hit all the words, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like that's a tough piece of art to create. You know what I mean? Like Pooh Shiesty, like you're not. There's no accomplishment there. Like there's nothing fun about rapping along.
There is one accomplishment. You actually know what he's saying, which I have no fucking clue, and I've tried.
Yeah,
it's hard to keep up.
It's like an obstacle course. Like hitting Nas lyrics is like level 10. Hitting Pooh Shiesty lyrics like level 1. Like who wants to do the level 1 obstacle course?
Yeah, but it's like it's a little harder than that. I would implore you to write out the lyrics to Pooh Shiesty without reading them off the internet and just like hear them and just like write it out.
I think
you'd make it like 2 lines and you'd be like, I'm fucking making myself retarded by doing this.
Yeah, I could see that.
But people like him. What are you gonna do?
Fuck them.
You're gonna fuck
if there's one song, I'll fuck Pooh Shiesty for the clout.
Dog.
If there's one song that doesn't go off in the club like it should, it's Pooh Shiesty, Blood In, Blood Out.
Yes, because everyone fucking requests it, and then you play it, and everyone's like, this has no energy. I know the song.
It's like those fucking pianos start, and you feel like it's gonna be like the beginning of Dreams and Nightmares, where it's like, oh,
fucking
shit,
takes off, but it never takes off.
Oh shit! But it's like just dead silence. Like I literally stopped playing that song.
I can't
ruins
play
my set every time.
I rarely play. I'll play the twerk song That one's cool. And then everybody likes 50 Shots. I think it's trash too. But here's the thing. I don't think it's trash because I'm like an old motherfucker or just because I'm an old motherfucker and I think back, the mumble rap shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like it's not appropriate club music. It's like, and I'm not saying that because it's hood shit because I play a lot of hood shit. But when songs are like specifically about robbing someone and saying, if you want your fucking shit back, come fucking kill me for it. I don't think that really has a place in a club.
That doesn't really sit well in the club.
That's exactly what the fucking song is about. It's about I stole your shit, and if you want it, get it back in blood.
Yeah,
but you won't because you're a bitch. Like, who the fuck wants to hear that when they're in the club?
If you're gonna talk about robbing someone and you want to make it club music, it's got to be like you fucked a chick and then like robbed her in the morning, and it's
talking
funny.
like I got a story to tell.
I woke up early and bounced with all their shit.
Yeah, and like say it to a beat that doesn't.
That's fun.
Say it to a beat that doesn't sound like it belongs in a horror movie. Like,
yeah. All right, let's get to the last part of our shit. Do you remember?
I don't know. We got time.
Do you remember where we? What do you think is gonna cut off?
Well, I got it cut off because I got to work tonight.
You. Give me 5 minutes.
All right.
Where do we leave off? Where do we leave off?
I'm a pushover. All right. Fine.
We left off when we met, right? We were talking about we met.
Yeah,
we
finally
we really started kicking.
We almost ran training on a girl.
Did we talk about Bill Cosby?
We did briefly talk about Bill Cosby.
Talk about Bill Cosby and the start.
Oh, I think we talked about we led up until the first Send Nudes party.
Yeah, well, I don't even think we got to that Send Nudes party.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was like right where we left off, right before the Send Nudes.
Or even before Send Nudes
because it was
in Miami.
Wait, yeah, because that was Miami. All right, so what was? Did we have the Strategy and Dolo show before Send Nudes?
No, we had this Send Nudes first, and the Strategy and Dolo show came after.
All right, so let's talk about how Send Nudes came about.
Send Nudes came about at Shake Shack in Miami at that outdoor mall. What mall is that?
I always forget the name. It's the fucking outdoor one. If you've been to Miami,
the big outdoor mall,
the big long strip mall that's downtown, or not downtown, but on South Beach, and it goes like.
We had just gotten some footage with a lemur. Remember?
Oh,
that fucking lemur.
The lemur on the leash.
Yeah, he's like some guy had a lemur. He was like jumping around and shit.
Which I actually have on my Instagram. I could tell you the exact date. To date,
hit me, baby.
When this was,
but yeah, so that's going on. We go to Shake Shack to get some food, and we're just talking. We're bullshitting.
December 7th, 2015. To put it in perspective for everyone.
Damn, bro.
6 years, huh?
It's been a minute.
The leaping lemur. Yeah. So we're walking up and down. Have we started Stripperpalooza yet?
Yeah. We were going to the strip clubs. Well, we went to a couple strip clubs, and then we were like, "Yo, we're hitting the fucking strip clubs. Like,
we need
fuck
to
all
see
this
what
other shit. We're hitting all the strip clubs we can hit."
Yeah.
And we were talking bullshitting, and I feel like I was like, "Yo, if we're going to the strip clubs, I need a hat that says Send Nudes."
Yeah, because this was right around the time. Which let's be 100% like. You didn't make up the word or the term.
100%.
We would see it in group chats and like
Send Nudes.
It was like just something you would
own
say,
sort of bubbling.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a sick fuck, bro. I mean, if you don't know this by now, get familiar. Like, I love nudes. There's just something, and I don't think that I'm special for this. I feel like you or any other guy
nudes.
that's
Everyone
got a
loves
fucking dick and pair of balls. There's something so exciting about opening your message and it's a nude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're like,
there's just something like
gift.
It's like with the dopamine in your head or like whatever goes off from like, you get 1,000 likes on your picture for the first time and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking jerk it off to this. Like, you get the same thing from a nude. So I love nudes. Like, I just want all the nudes, right?
Yeah.
So we somehow got to like, yo, I need a hat that says Send Nudes. And we just literally walked over to Lids in that mall, got it made.
And then they even like, pick your font. And you're like, I think I like that. Because they had like a list of like,
yeah.
8 fonts.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
going to standard font. It was like a Times Arial Roman
Impact,
or some shit. Impact, yeah.
And so then you got it, and then you're like, well, I need to make this my hat, right? So you put the stitch on the side. Or did you get the stitch on the side with the first one?
That came after.
That came later.
This
okay.
was just the hat.
So it was just one hat. It wasn't even like an idea. Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking like make this a brand.
Not at all.
It was just like this would be funny kind of thing.
Yeah, like no, it was like I want nudes. Like I'm in the strip club and I want all the bitches to know that like I'm the sick fuck that if they're gonna go home with someone at the end of the night, it's gonna be the guy with the send nudes hat on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And then we went to the strip club, and we were on this mission to just go to every strip club in Miami. And I'm pretty sure we almost made it, with the exception of a couple that were closed. But we went to a fucking lot of strip clubs.
Yeah, we hit a lot. We hit a lot.
Lost a
And
lot of
all
money.
the strippers loved it, and we were.
Oh, they were all wanting to take pictures with it.
Hold on, what's going on here?
Uh-oh.
We're
Did it
fucking
run dead?
frozen. I think the camera died. Maybe no, but it's still blinking.
I mean,
I
the
don't
other
know.
one. If people could see it through the little one.
Yeah, whatever.
Or should we get back
We'll
to
wrap
this?
this up. We'll wrap
All
this
right.
up quick and then come back. So we get the send nudes hat made, going to the strip clubs. The strippers fucking love it. And then on social media, everyone back home in Chicago was like, yo, I need that hat. Sick hat. I need that hat. I need that hat. And I'm like seeing that everyone's fucking with the hat. And I was like, yo, fuck it. I'm just going to sell these hats.
But even before that, remember the girls were like, you were like, yo, take a picture with this hat on. And the fucking stripper would like, take a picture with the hat on with her tits out.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of like, when you posted that, that's when people were like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna make these hats, and I'm just gonna put my DJ logo on the side, or my name, DJ Strategy, but it was the logo, yeah. So put it on the side. And I'm like, I'm just gonna like try and slide myself in with the send nudes. Like, you want the send nudes hat, but you're also gonna get this little DJ Strategy on the
Because
side.
a lot of other DJs were doing hats with their name on it.
Yeah.
But you were like, this is actually something people want.
Yes,
But then I'll just attach my name on it, so that way I get my name out there too.
Yeah, the thought was like, sure, your friends will buy your fucking DJ Strategy hat or, DJ whatever hat, but like, does a regular consumer really want a hat that says, you know what I mean? Like, a regular consumer wants a hat that says send nudes for sure.
For sure.
I'm just going to sneak my shit in. So yeah, that happened. But we'll get back to it. Let's
We'll get
fucking
back to
wrap
it.
this frozen ass video up. We'll
Peace.
be back next week, Wednesday, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Shouts to the Club Killers. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment, check back in with us, get familiar with the kids. We out.
Peace.